Hello there, everybody. We are live, and it is time for Cocktail Hour with Rick. Welcome. It is Tuesday, and 5 p.m. hour is here, Eastern Time, and I welcome anybody to the show. Everybody to the show. So, it has been chilly here in the north. We gotta do that again. I cannot figure out how to straighten my hair in that camera. See how I'm doing now, people? Yes, that's it. Now I'm better. Soul Cecita, Bourbon Cat, and Meat Puppet. What a great trio to come in to start. How are you all today? And Normal and Southpaw. Hello there, DJ Southpaw. How are you? So, I'll turn my face in a minute so you can see this horrible thing over here. But I'm going to stay to my left a little bit here so you can't. Turn to my right, rather. Oh, my goodness. What happened to me? I know that's what you wonder. Well, I hurt myself. No, Dolline didn't whack me good, but that's a good one, Bourbon Cat. No, I was stepping over the front of the camper that was attached to the back of the truck, and the power cable caught my toe when my first foot landed. Went to try to land the second foot, it was caught, and I sort of teetered right to the wall, stopped myself from a hard input, but I don't even know how to show you the right side of the face. What a dummy. Okay. See it? Yeah. That's a pretty good shiner there, huh? Let me move these. It doesn't hurt. It's fine. It's worse looking than it is hurting. And I'll be fine. Metal Maiden, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope I feel better. Got a lot done today. That was great. Was rushing from one thing to the other when I made the today's little announcement for the show. My wife is down in the basement painting, and I don't mean painting like a portrait. On a piece of canvas. She's painting a door. Hello there, D. Taylor Stevens, a.k.a. Yes, ma'am, I hurt myself. Accidents happen, you know. So it happened. Hi, Jennifer. Hey, Taylor Adam. How you doing? How are you? And Andrew Koharchek. Hello there. Are you just someone who doesn't speak much, or are you new? Would you let us know, Andrew? And Roy Quitter, hello. Look for anybody I missed. Nick 11927, welcome. Gus Tarballs, welcome. And I think I got it all. So, you know, the usual announcement at the top, all you guys are aware, I'm sure, but at the very top of the chat today, I left a couple notes, the normal things. Welcome to our bi-weekly podcast, twice a week, but it's actually live. every Tuesday at 5 and every Friday at 8 p.m. I am here. I'm here for you all. I'm here for myself. I love to do it. You all have something to look forward to, and you guys love each other as well here in the chat room, getting to stay connected with friends you've made, and anybody new that isn't chatting but's here in the room. That's what this is. It's a virtual bar in the guise of a live chat with this lovely image of me. And I'm supposed to be a tremendous comedian. I'm a little funny. I'm not going to try to pretend that I'm like a Jerry Seinfeld or something. And what happened here? Thank you, Crystal Roderick, for your donation or tip, whatever way you want to look at it. It was very sweet. Now Shasta Daisy's in the room, and I guess Mr. Stevens is left. And hello, AJ Vintage. Welcome, my man, my lady, to the show. I like the little thing you got there, Crystal. That's a pretty good little animated meme you stuck in there. That's beautiful. So we're good. We're counting down the days. Saturday we head to Florida. Hey, nipple butt. And how are you? And Nirmal thinks I was slipping. I don't know. I probably was. I guess nobody picked it up except for you and AJ. And funny story, AJ, I first thought AJ was male because I wasn't told differently, and I just thought AJ was a male. But AJ is a lady, and I sometimes revert back to the old interpretation in my brain, my Swiss cheese like brain with the holes all in it. Mark Townsend, hello there. Gmail Hondas Paul. You just had your weekly shower and shave. I'm glad that you could at least have one once a week. I have to admit I was fatigued, took a little nap, and I just jumped in the shower. And I'm nice and clean right now too. That we feel good when we're clean. Yes. Hi, Danielle Redmond again, because you're almost always here. Lovely seeing you. And Stefan, who I saw you missed the last episode, but you enjoyed watching the playback and thought it was very funny. Oh, my protest song? Yeah. I guess you could call it that. It was kind of like a spoken word messaging. And I don't think I was far off on the messaging, although I don't want to talk about it in here, as the usual rule of no politics. And I will say that's not really super political. We have a new president starting tomorrow. The 20th is the day of inauguration. I don't know if anybody's watched any news and you see the fortified capital city. Well, that's what happens after you have thousands of people storm our capital. And as more goes on, more things are revealed. Very sad moment in our country's history. Part of it is, of course, it's sad because the people, or at least some of them who came, was really because they were lied to. And they were whipped up, and then they got it live in front of their face by several people, you know who. And then it happened. And it was just ridiculous and overwhelmingly surprising and sad. And it's not what anybody wants in the United States. So I hope not, Meat Puppet. I hope they don't see anything like that. But this is the kind of stuff that's still being found. And I know, like I said, I don't talk about politics, and I'm not trying to open the door for people to slam anybody in particular. Let's just keep it, if we can, pretend that everybody is just in the middle. Just pretend. Even if you aren't, for now, just for the peace. I know everybody wants life. They want liberty. They want the pursuit of happiness. They think this country is, or could be, the best there is in the world, and it has been at times. And I think it will be again. If we would all live the golden rule, which is something not hard to do, treat others the way you wish to be treated is bottom line, regardless who it is, anywhere you go in life. If you'd have the attitude of respect and consideration, we would be a lot better off right now. But people are mad, people are hurt, some people are happy and hopeful. It's a 50-50 mix. And I'm going to keep voting and hoping for that happiness and freedom that we're all looking at our country to provide. That's enough for that. So I was out with Dan Bell last night and with Dylan, his boyfriend, and we went out trying to look at some different places to investigate, different haunted places. So the one is actually a area where there was a very nice, almost like a castle of a mansion. And somewhere around the early 20th century, the city of Baltimore bought the land to create a reservoir for drinking water supplies for the growing city. And a town was flooded. It was not flooded all unannounced. It was emptied first, and then a little dam was constructed, and then as the water accumulated, it swallowed up homes, farms, and part of a very fancy, like I said, mansion and complex. So we were trying to find a way to walk to the little bit of remains at the edge of the water. And it includes, from what I've been described to me, outbuildings and like concrete structures that would have been single story. And not only that, a lot of people have shared experiences of very strange paranormal activity. So that's one thing we were trying to do. But it was impossible, and I wanted to start at 4 in the afternoon. What do you think, Dan? Can we do 4? Okay, yeah, all right, great, we'll do it. They show up late, and by the time we get there, it's dark. So everything that I planned was left by the side of the road, basically. Stefan, yes, he is. Something in the Creeps and Monsters. I believe he's, well, I don't want to even guess. But yes, he is working on different things, and he's at the same time, he just got, this week, a space to lease. Not quite as big as he'd hoped, but it's nice. And we have a secondary benefit from this place. It's known as a haunted location, and Dan has had experiences there. He actually used to work at this place years ago. And it used to be known as a hotel, but now it's pretty much not a motel, or a hotel rather. It's just they're leasing spaces for like not anything but office space primarily. I don't think they do any retail there. If they did, it would be kind of hard to do well there because there's nobody else in there. But it's in a part of town where there could be activity. I mean, business activity if more came into the building. So we're going to be able to do some ghost hunting there, and Dan probably will be starting with that right out of his own space after he gets set up. I can see it now that he may do something in there live for you all to enjoy, especially if you're on Patreon, but maybe even something on his Film It channel on YouTube. So there's no bourbon or anything going on tonight. I just got up from a nap. In a little bit I'll take a couple of puffs, but I don't think there's any drinking in my future tonight. Haunted Toilet. Thank you, Springyard. Yes, it is. Right. I guess that's it. So is anybody else drinking? Meat Pumpin's looking for seeing who's drinking. What? No booze? No, AJ. Just woke up a little while ago, from a nap and got this. Where is it? Is it this side? Yeah. Got this thing. And I see my wife is now joining us.
Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late.
And we have an excellent connection.
Good. Keep it that way.
Yes, that's great. AJ is drinking a lemon water.
No, we sold that RV and we bought a used one. Much smaller.
Well, ours was used.
When we sold it.
Yeah.
Not when we bought it.
So we sold our 2016 and bought a 2017. Oh, crap. I would have loved to have sold it to anybody else than the people I sold it to. Believe me. But we needed to sell it so we could buy. And then we found a unit in Florida.
Hey, Bourbon Cat, Marie, Potato, Namal.
Potato Kartoff.
I can't say the whole thing.
I know it's Kartoff.
Actually, we went backwards. We got a much smaller camper. We went from a 29 to a 22.
Yep. And we did that on purpose because it's just a lot of camper to pull. If you're staying local.
DJ Southpaw.
In your home region and you're only going maybe a couple 100 miles one way, no big deal. But if you're going to go thousands of miles across the country, big deal. We'd run out of money by trying to get across the country.
First time we went, the only time we went to Florida big one, we found that out.
We found pulling camper just.
Patrick's in the room.
Patrick, good. I see you, Patrick.
Oh,
welcome.
Shasta Daisy, that sounds good.
Vodka and grapefruit juice, yes. That's a good one. Making me get thirsty. I'm trying to be good.
Yeah. For me, it's easier to pull pork than to trailer.
I like that one, yeah.
Shasta Daisy, hello.
And if you can pull the pork and, cook it, whatever, I eat it. Or you pull it after it's cooked, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I can't think you would pull it raw.
No. Thanks, Danielle.
Oh, Danielle, you're too sweet. Thank you, hon. Another donation. That's our...
What is a sunburn vodka? With
How
lemonade,
about
vodka goes with lemonade.
Sunburn vodka. Is that something like a flavored vodka like the Deep Eddies? Well, let us know. We're hanging on your words there, Patrick. So, we had a really good time with the live band the second week of January. I know it's been a week away now, but week plus. But it was such a good time.
Oh, the name of the drink is Sunburn. It's just vodka with lemonade. Okay. I
I take a statin drug. I've been taking Crestor for some time. Although I think that now I don't eat nearly the kind of fat levels I did long ago, and I don't have any cholesterol issues as I did at one time. But I don't know if I stop taking the pill where the numbers rise up, or would they stay in a safe range. I know I also take blood pressure medicine, and I dropped that by half about a year or so ago. And I probably could even look at another reduction, but I see the doctor tomorrow, actually. I can talk about that with him. Yeah, simvastatin, it's not supposed... Yeah, I heard about this. There's also people who have had...
Mom can't have grapefruit juice.
AFib, like my mom, and they take... like Eliquis or something. You cannot have grapefruit. I don't know what it is, but there's something in that. Well, you're allergic to it. Well, then I guess that you don't want to take that. Oh, grenadine would help sweeten things up. Shasta Daisy, yes it would.
Matthew, you're welcome. Hi,
Matthew Howes from the UK. You're welcome on our lockdowns, yes. So, any of the UK people, are you aware of a very excellent group of people who entertain from your own backyard? Finders, Beepers, History Seekers on YouTube. They have actually a second YouTube channel, and they started out doing videos of urbexing. Then they ended up being locked down, and they started to do a podcast, and I was a guest one time. And then when things opened up, they went back to doing their videos of urbexing. And they have such a great opportunity because they got all this old structures of Europe to go to. They were in Italy about a month or plus ago, and they found a bunch of great places to go to. Of course, they have their own country, but also Scotland and Ireland to go to. So much history. You know, we're relative newcomers over here on this side of the pond, except for the indigenous peoples, who we obliterated as well as a lot of their history. Probably.
You missed it. There were a couple things that you didn't see.
I'm sorry, tell me.
They said that grapefruit can increase the absorption of some of the meds.
Oh, so that's the problem.
Yeah.
You don't want it to absorb too quick.
And Patrick wanted to know if they wanted another madhouse, or when.
I think that they do, because people really enjoyed Madhouse. So we would love to do that again. Yeah, and AJ says yes. And everybody is agreeing with that. So we come back right around the beginning of May. So in April, let's make a deliberate effort to reach out to one another. I have another thing I have to do for April as well. I'm trying to get access to a very old structure, 19th century structure, that was a jail, and they have groups allowed to come in for a fee and do overnight explore. So I'm going to be doing an overnight explore there as soon as I can get it on the calendar, and that'll be for a video. And all these videos, I feel like I have so much footage and nothing's come out, and you guys just think I'm BSing about the footage. When you see this first, you'll believe me. I am finally becoming adept.
I'll try and make him work when we get to Florida.
Yeah, in Florida, that's where I've been really down. I've done a lot. Hey, Pam is here. Pam from up in New York, our friend also from Florida. Welcome, Pam. Thanks for joining. So, yes, that'll be a good time. And then Nick Patrick Nicolucci. Maybe we'll get on the calendar. I have a feeling there's a potential that I'm going to have more than just a band. Maybe even in May. I might have 2 bands in May. And I'm going to have other potential coming down the road. Hey, Mom, it's for you. Mom! I thought it was for her anyway. Maybe I was wrong. Whatever, I got it to stop the ring.
You could have handed it to me.
Yeah. I thought it was her massage therapist. So I guess that something's happening with the scheduling. She might not be able to do a date and she has to change. Now she's been watching over and caring for her mother, and I'm afraid from the way I hear my mother in another room, it might be bad news. Maybe something terrible happened to Mom.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Not my mom, the mother of her massage therapist.
Thanks, Mark. We really need people to hit that like button.
Yeah, we got 57 people and 33 likes. Please, if you will, pop out of the chat. Click like, pop back in. Really appreciate the effort.
I'm fixing a drink. Would you like one?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that grapefruit's sounding pretty good.
I'll fix you the standby.
So, can I do it with the real grapefruit? Do you mind if I use that fruit cup juice? With the grapefruit fruit.
Oh.
It's grapefruit juice. It's real juice there. I'll eat the grapefruit separately. Just pour it out of that and then...
I know.
Okay. So I'm going to have vodka and grapefruit. Maybe with a splash of some sweet soda. You can't call it cocktail hour without a drink. I know. But I've given you all plenty of time to be here and not consume anything. Right? There's no rule that you have to drink. Oh no, my dog killed a toy. Must have ripped out the stuffing. Hey, bring the dead toy. We want to see it. I said, let's see the dead toy. Don't just throw it away. I want to see it.
I'll let you see it, but not right now. I'm busy.
Okay.
We pulled the stuffing out of the monkey.
Oh, the monkey, not the monkey. It's been around for a while. But it tastes so good. Bo thinks it's like eating cotton candy. Key lime martini sounds good later. Yes. Yum, yum, yum. And I thank you, Mark Townsend, for pointing out the address of the store. Has anybody who ordered a t-shirt received their shirt yet?
I doubt it.
I don't think so. I don't think it's been enough time for anybody to receive one. Well, Marie G, talk to Mr. Patrick Nicolucci. Is he still in here? Patrick, somebody's asking about how to get a t-shirt. Oh yeah, you buy Rick's shirt, but you can get a Madhouse shirt. I'm not going to stop that. Put a link up, Nick, if you have such a thing, or if you let people email you to order a shirt or something. Do whatever you need to do. Maria said yes. Wait a minute. You got yours today, Maria? I did see you messaging earlier that it was maybe going to be delivered and you love it. Oh, we got our first shirt.
Yay!
Maria, I'm so glad that you got it and that you like it. What color and what shirt did you pick? Let's see what she says. Oh, Sprignard. Bye, Sprignard. Thanks for coming in, man. Hey, Niall Kennedy. There's a name I haven't seen for a while. Niall, nice to see you. Black Cocktail Hour. Very good choice. Oh. Isn't that cool? I almost got like those kind of happy chills you get sometimes when something really great has happened. That's what I just got from talking to Maria about getting a shirt. Wow. You got yours too, Muffin? A Black Cocktail Hour shirt. Hey, hon.
Yeah, here.
These shirts are moving.
Good.
I'm so glad because I was worried about the time frames for you all, honestly.
I will say, I can't remember the name, and I wouldn't say his name on the air.
Uh-huh.
But we had a fan from Canada who ordered a shirt. It just was mailed today, which I sent an email to find out what was taking so long with that one.
Yeah.
It had been ordered like a week ago.
Right.
Maybe it took them that long to go to Canada, but it is on its way.
Yeah. Now, for those people who are abroad, Canada, Europe, even Australia, you can order this. Now, you should be careful in the ordering process. You should see options on shipping. This is not the free shipping included. That's only for the continental USA. So there'll be a little more of an upcharge, but I don't think it's horrible. The bottom line is, you really can do it. We don't have to go through anything with you. If there's any problems with shirts, we need to know. Email us, please, at rick.adr@aol.com. And we will look into orders. Anybody has any problem with any quality issues or anything, or just that you never got the shirt, you're still waiting, something like that. Because I'm using another vendor, and they are actually shipping it to you directly. They manufacture the shirt one at a time, as ordered. So that's how that all works. And all we are doing is, we're the receiver of the money, and the way it works is this. Every order, they collect your money, and then they take out theirs, and they take out their share. And then what's left behind is our profit. And it's not much, but we wanted to keep the shirt price down as much as possible, certainly below 30. I think the shirts above 30 do range that high because the 4X and 3X, they are a little more pricey. And I know you're abroad, AJ, now. But I mean abroad as the term, around the world, or anywhere around the world. You wore it to the beach. Muffin, where are you? That is excellent. I'll be able to look at a beach at least next week. It's not really warm enough to go into the water, but near a beach. A sunny beach, right? Yeah, we're about 10 miles from the beach, as the crow flies. It takes about 12 to 15 minutes. Oh, going to Rehoboth, and you grew up in Delaware. That's great. A little cold. Maybe you wear a t-shirt, but you're wearing a coat over top of it. I mean, the ocean temperature up this way is a beautiful 45 degrees or something like that. It's in Fahrenheit. And I'm enjoying some Del Monte grapefruit. Very good stuff. Good for you. Oh, and then I have something even better. A Del Monte cocktail. Oh, that's good.
Sweet enough for you?
Beautiful. It's perfect. Okay. Cheers to everybody.
You're welcome. Oh, Danielle. She burned her dinner.
No!
What was it? Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody, and I'm sorry that Danielle burnt her dinner. That's what happens. You're paying attention to this.
Oh, burgers. You might be able to scrape the burn off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, take a real sharp knife and just fillet off that burnt part and around the edge. And it'll be alright. You were a burger meister, Daniel? Nobody knows what that means over here. Grape Crystal Light. Straight, or are you adding vodka? Because I don't think grape should be alcoholic. It's not normal.
It's called wine.
Oh, well, grape wine, yeah. Purple or red, as they would call it. It's charcoal. Yeah, and nipple butt, unless it's a grape. I love grapes that taste like grapes.
Yeah, I hate it when I spend a lot of time on making something and then it's tough. We did that a couple months ago. We had ribs and I just didn't like them. Well, the last ones were pretty good.
Burger on garlic bread. Is this a carry-out meal or?
That sounds good.
Yeah. Dr. Pepper. And you're straight, Mark? You're a good man. Vodka and prune juice is not. Come on, really? I've never heard of such a thing. Stephen Dix. Grape Four Loco. Oh my gosh, the Four Loco stuff. LS6SS, how old are you? 17? Just kidding. Maybe you are youthful if you drink that. Oh, caramelized it. Potato Kartoff 25 had an extra nice spin on that. Thank you. Grape pie. I've never had a grape pie. It might not be bad.
I have a grill pan when I do steaks. I do them on the grill pan.
Let's have a drunk movement. It's Tuesday. It's not a night for getting drunk. Friday's good. So Friday.
Hello, Tone.
This
just
week,
saying hi.
8 o'clock show. My last show in Maryland for a couple of months.
Yeah. Any orders besides T-shirts? Wednesday will be the last day to ship. That'll be tomorrow.
All right,
Because
so
we got to pack the office up.
So orders basically received through the end of tonight. So if for some reason you had an urge to get something tonight on our ricksairstar.com merch site, do it after the show. Get it in so we can get it to you. Otherwise, you're going to have a delay of
A A week?
At least like 5 days or
It
something like
depends
that.
on how long it takes you to set up the office. Which means maybe Tuesday, hopefully.
I'll try to do better this time.
Okay.
I didn't do so well the last time we went down. I was a little tardy.
It's when you came up.
Oh,
You were tardy too, yeah.
right. Well, I know it was tardy.
Thanks, DJ.
So you actually broil on the broiler pan? Why not? That's how a lot of us used to do it. Now my father
When did you used to do it?
My father.
Oh, okay.
My father liked to do the steaks. And we had a broiler pan, and he would
Somebody
cover.
said air fryer was good. I haven't tried that with steak yet.
Yeah?
Maybe we should.
Huh, V's saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have an Emerald Legacy air, whatever it is.
Mom got it.
Yeah, Mom bought it as a gift. The thing for it's in here. Ah, here it is.
Don't advertise it.
The Emerald's Power Air Fryer 360.
Okay, let me see it. I got to look at chicken.
I have an Instapot.
No, we don't. Mom does in
So
Florida.
DJ Southpaw has an Instapot, whatever that is. Another kind of a thing that air
Yeah,
air
Mom
cooks.
has one.
One of those?
She had, yes.
Okay.
Remember we tried it last? She wanted to try beef stew in it.
Abby, welcome. We're glad you're here. Welcome to the show. Enjoy yourself. We're just getting warmed up. Have almost an hour left. You're good. Come back more often. We love to have as many as possible. So we have 62 likes and 67 people in the room. Thank you so much for clicking that like button. I imagine everybody in here is already a subscriber. And I hope you're also a click the bell subscriber. Because that's an important thing. You can't be aware of when I might come up live in some strange spot. The Ninja Foodie, another one of these things.
Look, I just bought a Ninja fry pan and I love it.
Ninja fry pan.
I didn't buy it because it was Ninja. I bought it because it was non-stick, but you could use metal utensils and you can put it in the oven. And I absolutely love it.
Well, DJ Southpaw says usually he takes a cast iron pan and puts it into the oven.
Here, put that back.
Cooks a steak in the oven that way. 5 minutes, it's done. That's a pretty interesting idea.
Bijan, all orders have been shipped. If you want to send us an email with your order number, I can get back to you and let you know when it's shipped. I usually ship orders within 24 hours of receiving them.
All right, so send us an email to rick.adr@aol.com. This is Bijan we're talking with.
Yes.
And we'll look into your order and find out what happened.
Yeah, because you know USPS is extremely slow. The title for our new camper was sent out on December 26th. We received it 2 days ago.
Yeah. That's why it was like a last minute thing. Oh, well, okay, Meat Puppet. You know. That's another lesson. I could use OBS to put a banner up that has preset information on it that would be in the background.
Do you know how to do it?
Not exactly.
Okay.
So that's why I said to Trevor, aka Meat Puppet, there might be another lesson. Anything to make things better. So that would be great. The moderators wouldn't have to, and it'd be right there for people to see.
But would
Oh,
it go over
Victoria
your
was here
beautiful
and she's
face?
leaving.
Oh, Victoria.
Nice that you were here, Victoria. I'm sorry I didn't call you out. I hope that you had a good time when you were in. Have a nice night. Hemochromatosis because of a cast iron. I thought that was much safer than, say, other metal cooking pans. Lot safer.
What is 420 mean?
It's a reference for smoking pot.
Oh.
April the 20th, they have smoke in somewhere. Let me tell you something, folks. We had smoke-ins in the 80s, in the 70s. I participated in a smoke-in in like 1978, 79 at the Graduate Library of University of Maryland, College Park. And I don't know who set it up, but you just hang out there the day that they had that. And you would get joints handed out. People would hand out doobies. And everybody would share doobies. It'd be going on for a while. Not Wyman Park, down in College Park. And like I said, this was 1978, 79. I was there from 78 and I graduated in 81. I did my first year of college at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. And got my first year in local. But they didn't have the program. I was actually a major that was called Conservation and Resources Development. It was in the College of Agriculture. So I have a bachelor's in agriculture and I have a minor in agricultural engineering. Yeah, you were a high school freshman and I was a college sophomore. Well, how about this? Dan Bell was born on February 9th, 1977. That was my senior high school year.
So you could be his dad.
No wonder you're such a great expressionist, Patrick. English and communications, no wonder. It proves you must have really studied hard. You were a good student there, Patrick. Yes, you were. Made your mommy and daddy very proud. And Mark was born in 71. I was born in 59. How many people are older than me?
Me.
Anybody here older than 61?
Me.
Beside you. Beside you, Patrick, I know you're like 2 years older than me or something.
Hey, V's my age. Hey, V.
V was?
She's 68.
Oh, okay. Nipple butt's 408. Well, that's a lot of butt. Oh, you're really? Well. Shasta Daisy is a February birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Patrick. I didn't know it was just happened. Really? Did anybody else have a birthday that just happened? Maria G, 59 and holding. Good girl. That's what I wanted to do. Well, Bajan's coming up with one. October 25th was a little bit ago. I think we talked about that. Destiny Glenn is in March. Potato Kartoff in the mid-90s. I got you. So you, no wonder your age is about 25. Perfect. 25, 26. And Stephen Dix was just starting college as I was getting out. And you had a December birthday, Mark? Okay. Yes, I'm too young for Medicare. And I'm also too old for women to care. Luckily, I'm married. Mm. Well, Danielle likes being called 38 years old, I'm sure. You are so fresh. Bang, bang, boom. I thought that the fresh reference was going to some kind of a dryer sheet or something, but nope. Alrighty. Budum tisk. What do I want to do? Oh, that's not the one. Oh. Everyone wants to be with the singer or the lead guitarist.
I always like the drummer.
Oh, or the drummer. You know, if dryer sheets were scented like really good herb, that would not be bad. I would like that. Hindu Kush scented dryer sheets from Snuggle. I like bassists too. They have such long fingers. You think we should, Patrick? That would be crazy. We can use hemp paper to hold the smelly chemical we come up with. What do you think of that? Neville Brothers, wow. You date famous people. Aren't you a lucky lady? I hope you were treated like a queen. Hindu Kush. Very, very good. I very, very high. I smoke the Hindu Kush. Hateful Hero is in here. Hello. I think that's going to the... So I used empty vials for getting rid of my debris from freshly smoking. And how you like this one? Isn't this pretty? It's got a nice color. A little pink. Yes. Well, I think I'm not showing you it very well. There it is. There. Oh, well, that's a nice roommate for you. You're not feeling any pain. So what am I going to be smoking? It's called lemon skunk. Not banana peels. So it's kind of odd. It's kind of a very dry, crumbly bud. And it doesn't have that much of a bouquet as far as a nice oily, pungent kind of a thing. It's kind of plain. Your parents are large consumers of the marijuana potato, and you can get a buzz just by being near them when they breathe, I guess.
That's Kylie and Jen with you.
That is, unfortunately. Yeah, well, that's just like Dolline. She can't handle that. Yeah, I don't like. I've had sour diesel, and I think that's a sativa, so that gives you more energy, of course. And I think it doesn't have a lot of good flavor. It kind of is just it's sour basically, bitter almost. So I wouldn't pick it as my best um, strain that I've ever had. My colon's infected. Oh, Coach. I'm so sorry, but at least you can watch from the hospital. What an unfortunate place to have to be. Well, I hope they help you quickly, sir, to get back on your feet. I had some pretty bad infections from kidney stones lodged in my top of my kidney and not going into the ureter.
You ate all your food already?
So I got pretty bad infection in the kidney that became systemic. I almost went septic. So I'm glad you're in there. We don't want you to have that at all. We want a healthy Coach coming back for us. So I'm glad I saw that. So I could wish you a little bit of good wellness and get well soon. God bless you, buddy. I like Girl Scout cookies too. I wonder if they have a variety that is like, what are they called? The ones I used to like, Do-si-dos.
I don't know.
They were a good one. And I also liked the ones that were peanut butter cream filled. Those were good. And of course the Thin Mints. They're always good. That would all be good flavor. Wouldn't you think? That'd be a good flavor, yeah.
I think he was talking about a pot called Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, he did. He goes, I meant cannabis.
I know that was probably a variety. It's called Girl Scout cookies. Oh, that's cool. No, I can understand, Patrick. It's a variety. It's called Girl Scout cookies, and I hope it's good. I like the Don's Ghost, which is a hybrid. Don's Ghost.
Somebody said, Patrick said wedding cake is awesome cannabis.
Wedding cake I've seen. There's also Grandpa's Stash. That's a pretty good one. Taliman. I like that one. And what is it?
Yeah, it is hard on your lungs.
What did I just get? Chem 4? Something like that. It's another 50-50 hybrid.
Now, when you say hybrid, what do you mean? Half of the one and half the other? Okay. So you're half asleep and half awake?
Yeah.
Why are you holding on to it so long? Well,
Man.
edibles have a tobacco taste to them, just so you know.
Yeah. Edibles and the gummies, you can taste the THC in them. And it's not exactly
Pleasant,
yeah.
to
It's-
use your word.
It's a little bitter or something, off-putting.
Oh, Patrick said, although cannabis can be a lung irritant, in the long run, your lungs will not suffer with ill effects. Well, AJ, I think I make them get you more so you could try it. She's talking to the TV.
Okay, good. Is Moon Rocks another sticky chronic bud? Well, that got me.
Yeah, I know.
That tells me I need to go inside and clean the pipe.
Puff carefully.
I know. I didn't take a strong one.
Well, then it must be dirty.
I cannot handle any bit of carbon, etc. inside. It's enough for me to just puff the actual new stuff.
It sounds interesting. I'll have to have Rick see if they have chocolate the next time he goes.
What is that chocolate?
Edibles.
Oh, really? But, yeah, just because we're talking about THC, I see a lot of people are talking about CBDs.
Carla does CBD oil.
Yeah. So, if you're not really...
Steve-O's in the room.
Steve,
thank you so much for everything you do.
Now, Steve's shirts have been sent out.
Yes.
Steve,
and so has Leslie's.
Did your shirts come, Steve?
No, just keep on going.
I will. SKM 69.
No, they haven't arrived yet.
Okay. Have you gotten any kind of email from them
Hey, Georgia.
that's telling
Not
you the
that
status?
You think it is from Georgia. Hey, I'm glad you like First Thing. Hey, we have 80 likes.
Well, that's great.
It is.
I like it. I like it like that. Cannabidiol. I don't like that. It doesn't have any psychoactive effects. Oh, okay. Yeah, check spam, Steve. I think that the person who is receiving the order, you get a message like your mail.
No, I
blah,
don't
blah,
know.
blah. Maybe he won't.
I don't know if it goes out to the person who bought the shirt. You get a notice, and it takes it. It makes it takes it out of processing.
Yeah.
On the website.
Okay.
But I don't think they send an email to the employee.
Well, when I sent myself shirts to start the first time I tried this, before you guys were allowed to even go.
You got it because it went to your email, not
because
you were the purchaser.
I thought that there was some kind of a contact of them that was retained. No, maybe not. All right,
so
well,
the first person who ordered a shirt never received any information from
it. But Maria G, she got a confirmation, and then she got one with tracking. See?
Oh, cool.
So it may be not everybody, but that's what's ideally what's happened, or what's supposed to happen. Grandson gave me a Shasta Daisy. I know that's a scary thing. A friend of ours, her son, just had a medical intervention where they go in and they actually they use electrical charged equipment and they zap parts of where senders are to your heart and stop ending the extra signals that may cause the tachycardia to continue.
She's saying because somebody gave her a spoonful of CBD oil.
Okay, so that helped that, but this is a permanent medical intervention. to take it off. So you don't need anything to keep it under control. It's just your heart is getting too many signals. And that's what is causing, unfortunately, the tachycardia.
But
what's it called? It's called cardiac aversion. Or something like that. Shoot. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
no.
A doctor should be able to talk to you about this. A cardiologist for sure. Cardioversion, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Or a
CBD oil
pacemaker.
is usually just a drop on the tongue or under the tongue or something.
Pacemaker is the next step. If the cardioversion didn't work, then you'd have to go to the pacemaker.
Rick, the CBD oil is what caused her problem.
It's caused the tachycardia?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was helping her.
No.
Never mind.
I'm glad you're back, Danielle.
Remember Rosanna? Dana. She always got everything wrong, and then she would go, "Oh, okay, never mind."
Yeah, you need to say that a lot.
That was what I just did with Dolline and you all. Yeah, we got Dolline some edibles
Yeah.
to help her with sleep. They were 40s. The first ones.
25s.
You sure I didn't get you bigger ones?
25s.
They were even too strong? Well, whatever. She took a 25. And she took it in the afternoon. It was this summer. And we had family over for dinner later. And so we were in the pool and all afternoon. Never kicks in.
Nope.
So as Dolline is just finishing serving the food.
Thank you, Jubilee.
Tell them.
Oh.
Here's Dolline talking about being totally intoxicated by THC, which never happens. So listen to this.
I mean, I'd taken it like 4 hours before. I fixed dinner, was sitting at the table, and then all of a sudden, wham!
Wham?
And wham. Not wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Just
right.
Wham.
Right.
And I'm looking around, and every time somebody said something, I start laughing. I'm going, they're going to know that I'm higher than shit. But I had to go through the whole dinner with Jen and Kylie and your mom.
And then we had dessert, and she served
And then
that.
I had to clean up.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did it. And then I went to bed. But I slept really good.
She had a nice smile, and she dreamt of sugar fairies.
I did not drink a sugar berry.
Sugar plums and fairies dancing in her head. Well, that's good. That's working. I just wanted to check it. Yeah, that's funny when Dolline is all stoned. When Rick is stoned, it's like, so what? Just like it's Wednesday once a week, right? Oh, God. Yeah, it was funny. I was watching, and I did not
and
even
he couldn't
realize.
Even tell. But the thing is, something was said, and it was funny, and everybody laughed. But I kept on laughing and kept on laughing.
And she was telling me later, I couldn't believe you all didn't figure out that I was laughing like that something must have been off, because it was not that funny. It was okay, but it wasn't that funny. But Dolline certainly thought it was funny.
And then, of course, you're trying not to laugh, and you can't.
All right, so Laura M., are you using it to help with sleep? And if you are, how long before you want to sleep do you take your 5 or 10 milligram?
Oh, I took a half of one the other night.
Oh, and how long before you went to bed?
I went to bed right away.
Oh.
But it helped me sleep.
Maybe
well.
It kicked in and you stayed asleep.
Yeah, it
as
did.
you were
It helped me
digesting
sleep.
it.
Yeah, sometimes I have a lot of problems sleeping. I'm almost always up too early.
I want to see what's going on here. Because somebody...
I don't blame you, Shasta. After that type of thing, no way. But whoever gave it to you gave you way too much.
So I think I'm reading
1
here
hour. Okay.
that somebody must have had a little too much of whatever it was, because they thought the walls were moving. Yes, K1, tell me about more. I want to hear about your little trip. Was this one THC lozenges, or what the heck? I'm going to find out where you got the stuff, because I'd like a couple experiences, please. I haven't taken LSD for 41 years, so...
Let's keep it that way. That's not good.
Yeah, never overdose your first time. It's always good. No, sheer heave. I don't know what they are. K1-ish. I guess it's not ish. What is it? Oh, there it is. Yes. Was actually joking about. It wasn't your own. Oh gosh. All right. Well, I'll give you a real experience. And this was a strange one. So there were some people that I knew, and they were friends, or friendly at least. We'd partied before, that type of thing. I'm in College Park, University of Maryland.
Way before me. He
Yeah.
was just a little kid.
So it's like 79 or 80, 1979 or 1980. And it was probably a blotter paper. I did some LSD then. And like this is 41 years ago, I did acid. It was in college. And I did some in high school too.
No, he hasn't done it since he's known me.
No, I haven't done it for 41 years. So, all right. So this is what happened. So it's really a nasty night out, and it's like the week before we go back home, after the finals, before holidays, and Christmas time. So I'm there. It's a couple of guys. And this friend of mine told me, well, these guys, they're going to be just hanging out and doing this, and they got some too. I'm sure you could hang with them. I'm like, oh, okay, because I was hoping I could, not just sit solo in my apartment and go freak out. I wanted to hang with people. I lived off campus.
My ex-husband tabbed me. I told you that, right?
Yeah. That's an idiot doing that kind of a thing. So, the first time I felt anything, I had to go to the bathroom. And I'm sitting on the John there, and they had this bathroom wall. It was covered with just some crappy laminated stuff. But it was supposed to be a marble pattern. So it had a lot of swirliness in it. So I'm sitting there on the John. And I start looking up a little bit more. Like my head's just slightly above. And I notice water starts coming down out of the wall like a waterfall. And it goes down to the floor and it disappears. And it just keeps doing over and over again. I must have been in there 20 minutes watching this waterfall while I'm sitting on the John. So that
Were
was
you sitting on the John.
I was
because
sitting
you're
on
taking
the.
a crap. Or
Yes, I don't know, or I took a wee and I just was being lazy. I don't know, but I'm sitting there.
I tried mushrooms, but they did nothing. I was in Texas with my sister. She was in the Army in Killeen, Texas.
Killeen, Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I did try the late 70s acid. You like that, Normal? All right, well, hi there, Mia, and you're from Texas?
Yeah,
Welcome.
My sister was at Fort Hood, Texas, and I was down there 2 or 3 times for different reasons. It's the first time I ever saw a drive-through.
Yeah. Well, Patrick, I saw letters as well. I also saw, the from the Disney different cartoons, the Hillbilly Bear Bunch. They were all bears. They were like from out in the country somewhere in the woods, and they all played different instruments. They had like a jamboree. They played like what's it called? Bluegrass. Okay, so here I am. Fast forward. That was when I was a kid. I remember that from childhood. I'm on another experience. And this time I'm with a couple, a guy and a lady, and then myself. And we're all about 20 years old or so at the time. So the guy, is not tripping. Myself and the girl are. And he hangs out with us because he thinks that if he does, he's got a good chance of getting with the girl he had known for a while. I never knew her. And he was hoping maybe they would get amorous later in the night. So that's good, right? I don't know if that happened because I wasn't around for that. So we go...
Good for you, Shasta Daisy.
What was that?
Such good times. My boyfriend and I would go in the forest and get naked and run, have sex, get up and run.
Whoa, man. That's excellent. Dolline and I, when we go to Florida, we'll be chasing each other around a mobile home with wet cloths, trying to snap each other's ass. We put Bo outside so he doesn't see it, and then...
Why would we do that in Florida and not here?
Because my mom's here.
Your mom's in Florida, too.
No, when we go down, we're going to have our...
Yeah, we'll have
a couple
3 or 4
days.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So, and Dolline is actually damn good at whipping that washcloth. She's left good welts on my ass and even other places, inside of my thighs. So.
Well, look at his face. I did that this morning.
Yeah, Dolline, look at you then. Look at you, she punched me.
You got to take the glasses off.
She said...
You plucked my last nerve.
And she said, punch you in the face.
Punch you in the face.
I wish I could say that, but no, I slipped and hit the outside of the house.
I'm the one who usually does that, but I would have had a black eye. Besides the scrape.
All right, so back to my experience. So I went on this evening with these guys walking around. It was rainy, and it was kind of, 45 or so degrees, so just like about now. Not really nice. And then we ended up going to Act Right at Rick Serra. All right, so I don't know whose house it was. Maybe it was where he was living and renting a house. It was very common. Several people would rent a house out and share the house. So we were inside up on the second floor, and we were looking out of a window, myself and this girl. I don't know why, just we did. And as we're looking out the window, we're looking at this tree that it's a small tree, like an apple tree or maybe some of that size. It only has a few leaves left. But as we watched, something changed. So we both asked each other about the same time, do you see something? And what we saw was the Hillbilly Bear Bunch. She didn't know what it was called. She described the characters. I described the characters. And we were like, I don't understand. Why are they out there? I don't know. So we watched them for about 10 minutes. And we both saw the same thing. The person who was straight, of course, he just thought it was funny that we thought we were seeing this.
Did he score or did you score?
I didn't score. He might have. That wasn't my chance. So then we went out again and we're walking. I don't know why we went in and out, but apparently we did.
Because you got to be on the move.
All right, there's Normal.
What? Why are you doing that on camera?
Ask Normal.
Oh, you must have had something in your nose.
No, I went snort.
Oh.
Is that better, honey? I blew it out instead of in. I blew my nose. Is that good? All right, that was for Normal, everybody. Now let me get back to the story.
No, she meant snort, like laughing, funny.
Oh, I thought she meant like I was snorting boogers. I got the impression from last show that people were asked me to stop snorting so much. Now, if what I misread was that somebody was snorting because they laughed so much,
Oh,
I didn't know.
God.
But I was feeling guilty that I was making people worry about
No, I
my...
don't buy him 2-in-1 shampoo.
Oh, no. I don't like conditioner.
I
actually.
understood it in the mall. He didn't. Booger sugar.
All right, so we're out walking. And we're just doing a side street. And I look down at the sidewalk. And just like a regular asphalt road, it has cracks. But with the rain, the cracks were filled with water from the rain. I started looking at it, and to me, it started to appear like I could see the water flowing in each little crack, almost like capillaries in your body, little thin structures to convey the fluid. So we looked in the street, and we're both now talking to one another, and she's seeing the same thing. Then as we're walking, we come past a street light, which is casting a bright light onto the street in a line. And in that line, as we were walking, we saw the line and its effect on lying on the street. Because as we came in line with the light on the street, I saw letters.
Good decision, AJ.
And the letters were vertical, stacked one on the other. So I need to come over here. So what I did was I had to keep going back and forth until I lined up with the right spot where the light was going onto the street, and I could see in red letters, Merry Christmas. And I'm like, oh, come on. And I said to the lady, without telling her what it was I saw, I just said, come back here and look at the road and look at the light and the line of light that comes from that pole. Do you see anything?
You don't remember her name?
No, I forget her name. Sorry. Probably doesn't even remember the whole thing herself at all. So, she saw it too. She said, I see writing. And it's up and down, vertical. I'm like, well, what does it say? It says Merry Christmas. I'm like, I saw the same thing before you. Oh.
Wait a minute. I have a story for you.
But why is it that happens with
Because
tripping?
you guys, you remember one thing, she probably remembers another.
Well, whatever she remembers now at age 60, 63, whatever she is, if she's still living, God bless her. I'm just saying it in general. There have been many experiences that I have talked about and others that have gone and had the experience of tripping with others.
Well,
But why do
Rick,
people see the same thing when they're together tripping? Especially if
Because you're not hearing what they're saying. You're hearing what you want to hear.
No, I'm talking about seeing, not hearing.
But whatever she responded to you verbally,
Yeah.
you heard what you wanted to hear.
No, I didn't. We talked about it at length, that we saw Merry Christmas.
But you were both high.
We were both tripping.
Okay.
But why did we both see the same thing that was not there? The same hallucination.
Well, listen.
There was there was no letters written in red.
Rick, I have another story to tell you.
All right, whatever.
About you.
About me?
Yes. Steve and Carol, their cousin Mike. Was it Mike or Jim? No, Jim.
Well, Jim and his life partner.
Yes. Well, do you remember his name? I don't remember the names.
I thought it was Jim.
Okay.
It was Jim and Jim.
So it was Jim and Jim. Now, years ago, Rick was a homophobic. That has changed so much you wouldn't believe.
I was never homophobic like people who would actually do violent things.
No, I didn't mean that way. I just meant he was afraid that he could catch it.
No, I didn't. I wasn't afraid. I just didn't want to be hit on.
So.
And I didn't, if anything came close to that, it was really not very fun. And one time, I went to a bar and there was a guy cross-dressed who looked so much like a woman. I'm talking to this guy at the bar this is down in Fells Point. And then I went back to join my buddies after I'd gotten my drink, because that's why I was at the bar. And they said to me, Rick, you do realize that that's not a woman. And I'm like, what do you mean? I mean, it's not a woman. It's a guy dressed up in woman clothing and probably with padding for everything. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why would somebody do that?
So anyway, back to the story. Rick was homophobic. Not the violent, I want to kill you, but he was a homophobic.
I was this cautious.
And it was a New Year's Eve. It was many years ago, probably over 25 years ago. And we went with our friends, Steve and Carol, to Jim and Jim's place for New Year's Eve.
Jim and Jim.
And I was a little surprised, first of all, that Rick went, because we knew ahead of time that they were gay. They were in a relationship. And how well he did with everything. But then all of a sudden, I look around, and Jim number 2 is gone, and Rick is gone. And they went up a couple flights, and I'm not quite sure where they were, but they were getting high.
It was like an outside porch from a second floor bedroom. It was a very cool house.
It was a great house. It's in Beverly Hills, Maryland, which is in Baltimore City.
It's just a neighborhood name.
Yeah.
Baltimore's known for being broken into many neighborhoods. So basically, it's just a bunch of small neighborhoods.
But anyway, him and Jim were getting high, looking out on the scenery.
Yeah.
And I was like, I couldn't believe it. It's like, oh my God, you were alone?
Yeah, he was a good guy, and unfortunately,
he pass.
He passed away of some terrible.
Don't even go there.
I don't know what it was, but pass. it was bad.
Oh, Festive Femme. I got my order. I love your magnets, and I'm going to frame the ADR picture.
Oh, good. Beautiful. We love that.
Yes.
We love people to be happy and enjoy
No, he
their
is
products.
no longer homophobic.
No, I mean, Dan likes to talk about this because I opened up to him when we were first meeting each other. And it's because I didn't have any concern about Dan. I knew where I stood with Dan.
Burn Cat, you need to look it up. It's above Argonne Drive. well below Northern Parkway. That's the best thing I can give you.
What are we talking about?
Bourbon Cat, who lives in Baltimore, never heard of Beverly Hills.
Oh, okay. It's Walther Avenue. If you were at Harford Road and the road that she just told you, Argonne Drive, if you would head east towards Bel Air Road to the first major road, that is Walther Avenue. And if you turn left onto Walther Avenue, about 1 mile up on the left is Beverly Hills.
No, Dan did not try to make it with Rick.
Exactly. It's Hamilton is the Harford Road corridor.
Yes, near Hamilton.
And this is behind
below
that.
Hamilton, right?
Well, it's more east of it. It's beside it.
It's the area where what's the mayor, ex-mayor, governor who used to live there?
It used to be Mayor O'Malley's home right in there.
Neighborhood.
Lauraville's another adjacent neighborhood. So you have Beverly Hills, Hamilton, Lauraville, all right next to one another.
Nancy, it went out yesterday.
Oh yeah, your new photo of me. Yes, it was personalized as you wished, and I hope you like it. It's on the way. Was that a ship today or the ship yesterday?
Yesterday or today. Bourbon Cat, I never heard of it, but when I used to go to work downtown, it has like a wooden sign, and I used to pass it, so that's the only reason I know.
Well, Nancy, you have a good time with that. Are you going to roll a nice fat one so that you don't have to break it up halfway through because it's all filled with
Shasta Daisy,
saliva?
I'm glad you gave your stepson, your grandson, a good place.
I can't believe somebody would say that about their own, well, it was a stepfather, but whatever, about a 14-year-old boy. Well, that just tells you the gentleman.
Yay, Nancy!
The gentleman is definitely not right. Yeah, it is Crazy Town, Bourbon Cat.
Look at the time.
Oh, well, we're there at the time, but we can go a little bit more.
Yeah, but I gotta do dinner now.
Well, you gotta do your thing. So, I went to the dispensary as well. I had to obtain a quantity to be able to handle the time away. So. Okay. She's going to be back listening. All right, let me try to see how this lights up. I cleaned the pipe. Yeah, that's about right. Sometimes you can get one of the varieties or two of the varieties of weed will be priced down at that, but usually I'm stuck with like 30, 35 an eighth. So $35 an eighth is a lot more than $200 an ounce, but I did find some $25 an eighth stuff, which was good, on sale, and I got some of that yesterday, actually.
You bought an awful lot lately.
Well, like I said, we'll be good. I'll be good. Thank you very much.
He has to take what he needs down to Florida.
Yeah, because
Florida, months, February, March, April.
Florida
May,
is
4
not
months.
part of a compact. In the country, believe it or not, there's a number of states that agreed if you have a review and a card from your state for medicinal marijuana products,
DC is one of them.
you may buy in their locations. In DC and Maryland are cooperative, but Maryland and Florida are not cooperative. In fact,
But DC will accept Florida's because they
DC will accept
Carlos.
anybody. And the other states that are in the compact will do the same thing. And there's, I don't know, it's like 8 or 10 states. So as we go across the country, I just have to make sure I go like that to
Carry
find the
enough with
stores. And a 4 gummy pack. The trio. So that was what it was. I didn't get as bad of a
That's interesting,
reaction.
Patrick.
What's that? I'm sorry.
The Senate on Tuesday night approved a bipartisan bill meant to promote studies into the effects of marijuana. The move comes 1 week after the House passed separate
Sorry.
cannabis research legislation. Stop coughing.
I'm sorry it happened. Yeah, we want to know. I mean, it's carbon in your lungs, right? At a minimum, you know that. But if we could at least see national decriminalization with a certain amount, in addition to maybe the medicinal marijuana.
Oh, Potato, I'm so sorry for that.
Because
people should accept you. Period. Yeah, and Rick coughs because it's too much. I hate it when he does that.
And Potato, I echo what Dolline said. No place in it. We're supposed to be such an advanced species of the planet Earth, and we still can't get by an issue like that. Live and let live, at least. And at most, maybe actually accept everybody as an equal, even if it's different than you. Their lifestyle's different. Are they hurting you? Are they hurting others?
Let me tell you.
Why not then treat them like a decent human being?
I judge people on how they treat other people, regardless of anything else.
That is how I feel. I don't care what you look like, what your color is, what your religion is. What I care about
what your
is
gender
how
is.
You
treat
talk
other
up
people
and
and
treat
me.
other people. And if you treat me well, and I want to respond in kind. In fact, I want to start my part as I will be friendly to start out. And I'm hoping that is what I get in return. You can't always get that. In fact, maybe many times you don't get that. But there are people of a good heart out there that would say the same thing to Potato and anybody else that feels the same way. I mean, I have a cousin whose daughter goes through this. And she's got her own personal feelings in life and how she wants to live. And she is a sweet, loving, and a friendly and funny human being. But goes through the same thing that Potato is describing. I don't know if you knew that.
Who are you talking about?
Gail's daughter.
Who?
Gail's daughter.
Oh, okay.
So it's time that if I can, and if I'm nearby and I catch an earful of something, I may just stand near that person who's probably feeling offended and hurt, and just stand by in case I can offer a response to help make them feel better after putting up with the BS. In addition, I will certainly be addressing whoever the person is that's providing the abuse. I'm not trying to get myself killed, but I would at least stand up for anybody who's being wronged. And I guess that does put me in a situation of being hurt, but love you too, our friend. That's what this show is. We really feel the way that we do now about the show. We care about what we're doing. We care about you. We really enjoy doing this. And there have been some times, thankfully not a lot, but anytime it's necessary, we're going to step in during the chat, and I always do this too. If you would like to reach out to either Dolline or I for just a ear, rick.adr@aol.com. We're not licensed therapists. We're just parents and humans and old people who should know better. So feel free to take us up on it if you'd like to put some words down. And
I'm glad you keep coming back, Potato.
yeah, very good. I mean, I just can't believe it. It still amazes me. I come here today, it's Tuesday, it's like, who cares about doing this on a Tuesday at 5 in the afternoon? Nobody really cares, do they? And then here I am again with over 70 people. I'd say at least half of the time we've been doing the chat today.
I agree, Bourbon Cat. This is a great group of people.
Yes, it is. And you know very well, we have a number of people chatting live and putting it out on the board. But there's also approximately half of the people watching are just sitting back there quietly and taking in what's being typed and what we're saying here to you all. And they like that. And once in a while, someone will say, I've been in the chat watching the show for some time. It's my first time making a comment. That tells me, wow, we are making this person comfortable. And hi, Arcel, man. I've missed you. Have missed you. Good to see you in here. I know whatever's been going on time-wise, you've been having to deal with other things. I hope that you're well out there. And Bourbon Cat, thank you very much for saying that. I'm glad we've been that way. When things are safe, I would love to meet you sometime since we are so close. Maybe when there's an actual safe to go to the bar again. Could buy you a beer or something. We could hang out. Dolline too. That would be fun. If you have somebody special, bring them along. We could have a double date. And Hateful. We cry. We laugh. Everything in between. Yep. Kind of a stress relieving when you come here. Wow. Calming show. But it's not like just looking at paper dry. I hope. It's not that it's boring. It's that it's chill. I like that. And sometimes it's a little more exciting. I've certainly shown you my craziness at times. And now it looks like there's going to be more opportunities for me to showcase live bands. Which I found out, Patrick, I'm actually getting some small, a little bit back, but the money that from any of the views mostly goes to the copyright holders or the whoever's bought the book of songs. And it's amazing how many songs that you think were by this guy or that woman, and now you see who's holding the bill, who's getting the money for royalties, and it doesn't say their names. It's all these big groups like hypnosis, etc. They're the ones getting the money. Isn't that crazy? But there is a little bit of monetization to the YouTuber who has that on. It's not 100% out. So that was good to see. And that's also if you just do one song, a cappella. I've had that happen with Dan. He was singing a cappella, and they put that out there, but then the message was, you can click monetization, it will be shared. So I'm like, wow, all right. Never knew. His format became toxic. Another YouTuber. Well, you know, it's easy to get into. You know, you need to go. You know, how you run it. I learned very quickly certain things you do not want to start talking about, and that's the politics. I follow an organized religion, and faithfully I have a belief as a Christian. I have friends who are agnostic, atheist, and or have other faiths that they follow. And unless it was something to be supportive of, a non-cult type of a body of faith, I would hope we didn't talk about it much here. Because some people just go crazy at the mere prospect that we're going to put something spiritual in front. It's like an affront to their existence that they would be forced to have to be exposed to something about this. So, again, like politics, and like the saying is, in politics and religion, leave them alone. Oh, you're grinding? Are you trying to roll a joint in the wind? That's called when your weed is blowing in the wind. I was trying to do what's that? All we are is dust in the wind. Is that Kansas? I think that's Kansas, right? I think that was the band. That was a good reference. I like that.
You have confirmation it was Kansas.
Kansas? Okay.
No music while we're in Florida.
No music. That's why we can't go out.
Well, the thing is, we don't know any bands.
No,
in
I'll
Florida.
try. I'll try.
Now, here's the thing. If anyone knows of a band in Florida that would like to be
on the show,
show, please let us know.
There are a few Floridians in the room, even right now.
Good night, Night Plays.
Good night, hon. Is that a lady? Oh, well. Or, sir. Love you too. Yay, ring sings. Yeah, dust in the wind, whatever. Hiccup, Dolly.
Yeah,
I had
hiccups.
I got hiccups today.
Night Plays. I'm a man. Haha.
Okay. Is manly, man. I got the hiccups just as I was laying back in the chair for the dental hygienist today.
Did you really?
Oh, man. So, it luckily it didn't last too long, but what a mess. You know, I had to keep my mouth open and I'm hiccuping and it's like... because my mouth's wide open. Oh, it
Well,
sounded
did you have
horrible.
your hygienist or did you have the dentist?
No, I had the hygienist. I had a lady named Sally, a substitute hygienist.
Okay, because when I had my last
Cleaning?
cleaning, the dentist did it.
He did that. Oh. So how do you do? He does a great job.
Yes.
I really like our dentist. I found out he has to face a hip replacement.
They're supposed to be easier than knee
Yeah.
replacements.
So he's not going to do it until he can find a good dentist to sit and take over his operation while he's getting this done and rehabbing. So he's putting up, this is my dentist, he's putting up with whatever pain he has with a hip and still doing the job. And he won't stop until he can find a dentist to sit and take over his operation temporarily while he can then get the procedure taken care of in therapy and physical therapy afterwards. Isn't that a good guy? I tell you, great people. I'm lucky to have quite a few of my medical people are excellent. I'm very lucky about that.
Although when he's not real happy with what's going on, he'll trash them all.
Well, but then, I'm sorry. I only hated you for a minute there. But now I love you again. Don't disagree with me next time.
I mean, primary care is incredible. I think it's great. Oh, good job being off tomorrow.
Yes, that's great. Some people probably were off yesterday, I guess, for the Martin Luther King holiday. I used to have that because of being in the government. They would shut down those days. Okay, punchy snort laughs in church. Okay. So I had a colostomy, and after the exam was completed, I was given one summary. Basically, they didn't find anything inside. It was clean as a whistle. See? Now, if you just get a nice scrub brush and you turn it into a tube and put a stick in the middle of it, and then tie it together with a couple of pieces of fishing line, right? That's what you do. And then you make sure it's long enough to go all the way up into your colon, all the way. Not too far. You have to stop before you get to the small intestines. You can also have the same kind of results. We're going to be putting it up on the store, ricksarastar.com, personal colon hygiene kit, number 100. It's going to be called the Wormy Special. Oh, and somebody just said, don't hurt Wormy. Yeah, Wormy did come out while my procedure. He stuck his head out of the small intestine and he talked to the staff.
Wait a minute.
And
What's
told
the temperature for chicken when it's done?
165.
Okay.
So then, Wormy talked and he explained what had happened and why he was in a state of hibernation, he said. So he's going to be in there for a while. I figure a few more months, maybe this summer, we'll see him pop out. And we'll see what we can... Until the meantime, I'll tell Dolline about the new product we're going to put on the store. It's called the Rick Sarah colon hygiene kit. It uses one of those scrub sponge things, a dowel rod about 3/4 of an inch diameter, and some
How
fishing
long?
line. Variable, maybe up to 32 inches long, because you need some as a handle. And you can get it
No.
into your colon and clean it.
Not going to be available.
It's going to be on the store.
No, it won't.
And you'll be able to get either the cocktail hour with Rick or the channel logo on the handle.
Shipping will be over $10.
Well, so it's going to be an expensive product, but your colon health is worth it. Oh, just get my gallbladder.
No,
I don't know.
it
This
does not.
does not come out and tickle you. You ever been tickled in the night when he crawls out of my honey and he goes over and tries to tickle you? Wormy told me he got you going one night.
Don't believe what he tells you.
And yeah, Wormy is a pretty cool musician. He plays drums. He's looking to audition for what's their name?
I'm chomping on ice right now, waiting for Rick to get off the air so I can fix our chicken dinner.
All right, well, that's about it for tonight. I don't know how much more grotesqueness you can take. But this is the way things sometimes go, right down the toilet at the very end, like it should be. But unfortunately, when you get up, you realize the back of the toilet seat's all been sprayed too. So on that, oh God, I'm horrible. I think I might be recording a podcast with Dan Bell before we go down, because he's going to be offline for probably close to a week with moving. He starts to be able to move in Friday. He moves his office
Oh, the office. I was
and
like, wait a
all
minute,
of his
he's moving?
equipment for making videos, for doing podcasts. That's all going to be down in his new office that he rented.
And where's that going to be? He's already done
The
it.
Belvedere. Remember the Belvedere that used to have the 13th floor lounge? It's a hotel. It has not been operated as a hotel for a couple of years now. So it's the Belvedere Hotel.
Wow.
So he's on the 17th floor of the Belvedere Hotel, which Dan has experienced is quite haunted. There have been a number of people who have committed suicide, jumped out of windows, whatever, over the history of that hotel. Very Art Deco, yep. And there's something going on in it that I don't know even how they operate, because their hours are weird. But there is something on the lobby level, like a little kind of a cafe type thing. But otherwise, there's not much in it except for some privately rented suites that are being used, just like Dan, as office space. So I hope that that'll be coming out on patreon.com. And myself will be, like I said, we'll be off of line for maybe not even a full 5 days, but we'll be off a couple of days for orders on ricksairstore.com. And I will still keep going on the schedule for the show, even with this transfer going down there. We'll do one last show here Friday, and then we'll be down there by Sunday. And Tuesday I'll be back down there, and we'll have a show from Florida on the following Tuesday, a week from today. Better get there and do some EVPs. Okay, Victoria, I promise. I will. And get some stuff out that you can watch, some edited videos. And maybe try to get that coming off like a conveyor belt instead of it being so infrequent, so I can keep it coming. So I give you something like every week, maybe every 4th day, something like that. I would like to be able to do that. So that's what my attitude's going to be down there. This is a job for me, and I need to commit to the production of the video, which I do have plenty of videos over this thing, but by and large, it's the cocktail hour with Rick. So, hey, Scott Bagley, we're having a good night. We have had a good time tonight with you guys. 2 hours we've been on tonight. So I'm sorry, Scott, if you're just popping in. We're about to pop off. I would like to wish you all the best. Tomorrow is a special day. We have a new administration, a new president being inaugurated. Hopefully, this can be the start of a positive change in things. And we'll hold the new administration responsible for doing that. But in the meantime, let's wish it well. Let's pray for their success and for the success of our country becoming a better form of the United States of America. Maybe the best it's ever been. One that really does speak about what the country is supposed to stand for.
Get off.
Peace and happiness and freedom for all. So, as usual, I bid you peace and say goodbye. Thank you for being here. See you Friday at 8 p.m.
Good night, everybody. Love you. See you Friday. Get off.